I want to do a little video on my greenhouse since I've moved it off the allotment and onto into my backyard. I'll do a quick spin round and you can see the outside window there, and then we'll go inside where it's a little less windy. So here we are inside the greenhouse, and one thing I would made sure to do when I set it up here at the house was to clean every single pane with fairy liquid, washing up liquid. Made sure that all of them were as clean as I could get them from the start, so I could try and get as much light into the place as possible. Next thing I did is I want to be able to pack this place full of vegetables. So although these are leeks here at the minute, they're just here until I get my chili peppers and my sweet peppers put in, which is why you've got all this kind of bare soil. Now, one of the things I've done to try and make use of that space is each one of these tomatoes has got a string of paracord. You could use rope, twine. I just use paracord because it's what I had. And at the base of each tomato plant, I'll show you on this one. This one's called Gardener's Delight. The cord runs behind the pot and then down under the plant. The plant is then planted on top of the rope, making sure that it stays tight. And what you do is you twine that tomato plant around there as it grows, and that allows it to go all the way up to a ridgeline, which I've got tied between one end of the greenhouse and the other. And so I've done that with each one of my tomato plants, and that saved on me piling in canes and trying to support canes. So instead I've got a wire which runs around the perimeter of the greenhouse, also the ridge line, and as you can see, you just kind of twine the greenhouse around the rope, and that should mean it supports itself. Now, I saw this done last year by someone and I was quite impressed by it, so I thought I'll give that a go. I also have bell pepper plants which I want to plant in between the tomato plants. Also, while we're on tomatoes, they're grown inside an open-ended pot which is sunk down to the ground, and that's backfilled in with compost. And then when I water, I'll probably water straight into this top here. I might put a shelving in, and that's suspended from the roof. Now, it was like that down at the allotment, but this way I've still got my ropes which run back behind the shelving, and also this gives me a perfect place for to grow my chilies. At the minute I've just got some plants starting off here. So I've got some seeds I sown yesterday: broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, two types of winter Savoy cabbage. And then these are attempts that were sown earlier in the year but look absolutely pitiful, so I'm not expecting much out of them. We'll see. That is pretty much the idea. There's the kind of plan. So you can see the different varieties I'm growing: Moneymaker, Gardener's Delight, Roma, Elisa Craig. Shirley was given to me by a neighbor. And then I've got 3 bell peppers that are going to be World Beater, 3 peppers that are going to be California Wonder. And my chilies should be 2 varieties I've grown, one called Cayenne and one called Apache. And they'll be stubbed out so they don't get much higher than that. So that's what I've got going on. Watch this space and leave me any comments.